In Brookhaven, there are several cars, small cars, and also very cool cars. But one thing you don't know is that in the game, there are several secret cars that you've never seen before. Cars that were removed from the game, and also cars that are hidden here in the game. And I want to test everything today. And for that, I called a friend who is right here. He said in the chat, let's go then. Let's do this. First, I'm going to have to grab a car here on the right to check out the next cars. So, I took exactly this one because it's my favorite car. I'm going to modify it here on top until it looks exactly like this. But guys, besides seeing secret cars here in Brookhaven, I also want to test new cars using Roblox Studio, which, for those of you who don't know, I can modify whatever I want. He said in the chat, go to the mall. There's a secret car there. Okay, I'm coming here in front to see if what he said is true, because I think it's a lie. Guys, apparently he's coming up here, exactly to this spot. Okay, I'm coming here too, because I don't understand why he's here. I said in the chat, why are you here? And guys, this doesn't make much sense. He said in the chat, look, I can drive this. Okay, he's coming here in front, exactly to this camera. And guys, he really can drive. He can move it in a very weird way. But can this camera get out of this spot? This camera is stuck here, but maybe there's a way to get it out. He said in the chat, put a ladder here. Okay, here on the right. I'm going to grab a ladder, exactly this one. I'm going to place it here to see if it works. Look, apparently it is possible to make this work. It's a bit difficult, but you can see that little by little, it's working. And guys, we did it. The camera fell exactly here. There's just one problem. Now we can't move it because this camera is now stuck here and we just can't take it out. He said in the chat, I think this is the end of the camera. And it is. This camera can't be brought back to normal. So guys, I'm coming here in front to see the next secret car in Brookhaven. He said in the chat, wait, what if you go into Roblox Studio and move the camera out? Guys, this is true. For those of you who don't know, I can come here in Roblox Studio and move this camera out. So I'm going to do exactly that to see if it works. Okay, I'm in Roblox Studio. I'm going to select the camera and now I have to move it outside. Perfect. It's right here. I'm going to leave it exactly in this spot and I'm going to spawn here to see if it works. Guys, I'm going to drive this and apparently this camera in Roblox Studio doesn't work, which is a bit sad. I said in the chat that it didn't work very well. That was just terrible. He said in the chat, oh, I'm going into a secret version of Brookhaven. Follow me. Okay, apparently he left here, so I'm going to follow him on Roblox. He said in the chat, look, this game is amazing. I realized that this game, for those of you who don't know, is a second version of Brookhaven that has new cars, like this one here. You can tell that it's very secret, and it also has new buildings in the game that aren't in the original Brookhaven. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. Guys, the gas station is also a bit different. You can tell it's a completely different store from the one we have here in Brookhaven. But I'm going back to the car because I want to see the secret cars in the game. I said in the chat, where are the secret cars? And he said in the chat, go to the start of the game. True, maybe at the start there will be the new cars in the game. You can see we have several police cars, which look fascinating and also seem very fast. There's even one here that's totally destroyed. But guys, the hospital apparently has changed. You can see that inside. It's completely modified in a very interesting way. He said in the chat, hey, look at this car. It's really fast. Okay, I want to see that. Guys, it looks like he's coming here in front really fast. Okay, let me drive this. I want to see if it's true. Guys, this car is really fast. But coming here in front, you can see there's a lot of new stuff in the game. We have a train here that passes right here. Okay, let's test this. One thing. I said in the chat, let's find the train. Okay, I'm coming to this part. It's not very safe to come here, but I'm going to try to come here to see if I can find the train. And wow, you can see there's a lot of stuff down there. I'm a little scared to come here, so I'm going to go back. He said in the chat, are you scared? I said in the chat, what if we can't get back? Because that's a possibility. Maybe if we go to that part, we won't be able to come back later. But guys, it looks like here we have other cars that aren't in the original Brookhaven. There's this car here, this other one, and also this one. Okay, I'm going to grab this one, and my friend looks like he's going to grab that other one, exactly that one. But guys, I don't know if this car is very fast. I'm going to test it now. Okay, coming here in front, you can see that it's actually fast, but it's slower than the police car. Meanwhile, the WX car is really fast. But guys, coming back here, there's another car I want to test, which is exactly this one. It looks fascinating, and you can come inside and drive it, just like a real car in Brookhaven. But I'm going back here to grab the other car, exactly the police one. Guys, I'm coming here to see what else is in this map, which has remade Brookhaven. But at this part, you can see we have the abandoned house from Brookhaven, but everything here looks a lot prettier, because in the original Brookhaven is exactly like this, while in the copy, it looks exactly like this. Really, very beautiful. And let me see if anything changes inside. And you can see that it's the same as the original version. Okay, I came back to the car, and there's a road back here. I want to see how far this goes. He said in the chat, let's find more secret cars. So let's try to find more secret cars. I'm sure there are more. Guys, this pool is so beautiful. It's just incredible. The one in the original Brookhaven is exactly like this, while this game is exactly like this. Really, very beautiful. And here we have the houses, which are really quite different. These are the only secret cars I've been able to find. We have this one here, which you can drive. He said in the chat, wait for me. I'm going to wait for him. He got here exactly inside. But guys, this is basically an ambulance, which works perfectly perfectly here, but it's slow. He said in the chat, follow me. I know another version that has secret cars. Okay, let's go then. I also want to see with you guys the secret cars that are inside Brookhaven, and I also want to add secret cars to Brookhaven. But now I'm going to follow him here because I want to see the version of Brookhaven he's going to enter. And it looks like he left the game, so I'm going to follow him here. Okay, I'm in this version of Brookhaven with my friend. He said in the chat, hey, there are really secret cars here. And there are! Guys, I want to see this. It looks like he's coming here in front to grab the secret car, and he took exactly this one. It's really a very nice car that you can drive in the game. Guys, this car is just so fast, way too fast. But guys, I'm going to get out of the car, and you can see on the right that there are several secret cars. I want to test this orange one. You can see that it's exactly like this. It's really an interesting car, but I want to drive it here. Okay, my friend is coming with me. And guys, this car can probably climb this mountain, but wait, there's this court right here. Maybe. Guys, I'm going to try to play basketball to see if it really works or not. Here on the right, there's the inventory, and I'm going to check if there's a ball. But the only ball is exactly this one, and I wonder if it can be used. And it looks like not. The ball just fell. I couldn't play with it. Guys, there's this other ball, but unfortunately, you can't grab it. It basically doesn't work. So, I'm going back to the car because, unfortunately, it didn't work. But guys, I'm going to climb this mountain exactly here. This car managed to climb it really well. I'm right here on top, and I didn't fall, which is really impressive. But I'm going to grab a different car on the right, one that I've never tested before. Simply the Bugatti. Guys, this car is really cool. I can drive it here easily. He said in the chat, let's see how fast it can go. So, let's test it. Guys, I'm going down here quickly, and the car is kind of buggy and also a bit slow. But I'm going to try to speed up here, and at the bottom of the screen, you can see the speed I'm going, and I'm really fast. Oh my god, I crashed here. There was an accident, but look, luckily, I'm fine. Guys, but I want to race against this car. Okay, we're here, ready to start the race. The Bugatti versus this car, which I don't know the name of. Okay, the race started, and I'm going ahead to beat him. Guys, but it looks like the Bugatti is really much faster than that car. I won, he said in the chat. Let's see what else the game has. So, let's see. I'm coming here in front to see all of this, and I fell into the water. Oh my god, it's just the end of the car. Oh my god, I'm flying suddenly, in a very weird way. This time, I'm going to grab this purple car on the right, and you can see it's very small, just tiny. But now, guys, I want to see the secret cars in Brookhaven. He said in the chat, and that car that was removed? True, for those of you who don't know, there's a car in Brookhaven that apparently got removed. And here on the right, we have this Ferrari, which is just so beautiful. But for those of you who don't know, there's another version of this Ferrari, which is a bit different. And this is the car. You can see it's very different because the roof is closed, and there are a lot of other things different about it, but it's very similar to the car we have here in Brookhaven. The back is exactly like this, while this car is exactly like this, just a little different. A lot of people say this car was removed from Brookhaven, but I'm not sure about that. He said in the chat, hey, put new cars in Brookhaven, please. True, for those of you who don't know, now that I'm here in Roblox Studio, I can add new cars here in Brookhaven. So, I started with this one, which is just so beautiful. I asked in the chat, which cars? I want to see the cars he wants. He said in the chat, a Ferrari. Okay, I just added this one, and also this other one. There's this one too, which I placed right here. And guys, out of all these cars in the game, this one is my favorite. So I'm going to grab it and drive it to see how it works. Apparently, the back opens, as does the front, and you can see there's nothing here. That's because the engine is right here in the back. It's exactly here. But guys, what else can be opened? Look, the doors apparently can open too, which is fascinating. But guys, I want to test their maximum speed. I'm coming here in front, and I'm just so fast, and I crashed here. And guys, there was an accident, but I said in the chat, okay, any other cars? I want to see if there's another car he wants me to add. And he said in the chat, I don't know. So it looks like I'll have to add these cars myself. Guys, I just added this one right here. For those of you who don't know, this car is basically the same as the one in Brookhaven, literally the same thing. So, I just added it here. Okay, I just added several secret cars. I want to test them all. I said in the chat, follow me. I just finished my game. I'm serious. I just made my Roblox game. He's going to have to follow me. And it looks like he left, so I'm going to leave the game too. Okay, I'm here in my game, and you can see he's here too. He just entered the game, and there are several secret cars here that I want to test now. He said in the chat, it's lagging. It's a bit laggy for me too, but it's okay. Guys, I'm going to drive this car because I want to see how it works. And he came here too, and it looks like he can't get in here, unfortunately. Guys, I'm speeding up here, and this car is really fast. But guys, I'm going to drive this car that changes color. He said in the chat, how did you do that? Look, I don't know either. And guys, it looks like he also can't get into this car. Perfect. I'm managing to drive it here in front, and you can see that this car is just so fast. Okay, I'm going back here to try to do a drift. Guys, I'm trying to drift, but it didn't go too well. It looks like you can't drift. But guys, I'm coming here in front to drive one of these cars, and it looks like my friend took this car and is trying to drive, but apparently the car is stuck. He can't move it. But guys, I'm going to drive one of these. I just don't know which one. Okay, I think it's going to be exactly this one because it looks really fast. Guys, does it open the door? And it looks like it doesn't open, but I can go inside to drive drive it here. You can see it's really fast. But another car in the game that you didn't notice is exactly this. Yes, it's just a hamburger. Guys, I'm driving this car, and it works really well. Guys, I'm drifting with this car, and you can see it works perfectly. But I'm coming here in front of the other city, Brookhaven. He said in the chat, wait, there's a new city, and there's a new city right here. I'm coming here to see this. Guys, this bridge and the island were basically made by me. And this other city, for those of you who don't know, I haven't finished it yet. It's basically under construction, but it's just so beautiful. He said in the chat, are there secret cars in this city? Well, in this city, there aren't, but there's something very secret here, right here in front. For those of you who don't know, we have the agency house, which is completely secret. I'm sure you've never seen this before, especially since it was completely removed from Brookhaven. Guys, in the game, there's also a rocket, which really works, and you can fly here in Roblox. Guys, this is Brookhaven. It's simply a huge game with lots of stores and also many houses to get here in the game. But one thing not many people know is that Brookhaven has a lot of things that were removed because Brookhaven was made a long time ago. And today, I want to see the very first version of Brookhaven. And for that, I called a friend, but I don't really understand what he's doing. He said in the chat, this is Skivity Toilet. Ah, okay, I get it. He placed the toilets here, like the Skivity Toilet. I said in the chat, let's see the first version of the game, because the first version has a lot of things that are different. He asked in the chat, which version? Because there are many versions. Look, here's the thing. There are several versions I'm going to see. There's the first version of Brookhaven and also another version from 2017, which is really old. I said in the chat that I'm going to check several versions, but here on the right I'm going to grab a car. This time a car I never use here in Roblox, which is this Tesla. This Tesla, for those who don't know, I never use it in the game because it's kind of forgotten. People forget this car exists. And for those who don't know, this car doesn't refuel here at the gas station. Actually, I have to come here to the front, exactly this spot, to refuel the car here. And yes, exactly here, which is kind of weird, but it makes sense. He said in the chat, but what about the first version? That's right, I had forgotten. Guys, I'm going to check the first version of all. I said in the chat, which part of the map do you want to see first? Likewise, I want to see which part of the map he wants to see first. He said in the chat, this one. Okay, he's coming here to the front, and apparently he wants to see how the stores in Brookhaven were at the beginning of the game. And for those who don't know, it was exactly like this, just very different. When we get here to the front, we can see that some stores are missing because we have the bank, the clothing store, and also the store. But there's one missing, which is exactly this one. This store is new in the game because it wasn't here before. And we can see that here we have the post office, where you can get letters and also several boxes. There's a lot of things to do here, and you can even open this garage by pressing this button. And this part just opens. And this is basically new, because in the old version of Brookhaven, this wasn't here. There was this trash can and also this thing here, which is kind of weird. And also in this part, we have the laundromat, which is something that isn't in the game anymore. In the current game, we have the coffee shop here, which is exactly like this. I'm sure you all know this store, because it's really famous. He said in the chat, wait, this didn't exist before? It really didn't exist. Actually, this store is technically new. There used to be this laundromat. And coming here, you can notice that you can go down through this part. And it even says here between, but I'm going in anyway. And you can see here that we have a really crazy secret, where you can even go down through here. And we have this completely secret room, which is still in the game. But to get to this room, it's harder. Actually, I have to come exactly here in the back. And here's the secret passage that will open. Now, I just need to go inside and go down here. After that, I'll have to press this button up here, which will open this secret passage. Just go inside, and boom, I'm in the same room as I am in this version of Brookhaven. You can see that everything here is the same as the version we have now. Basically, there's no difference. He said in the chat that they're very similar, right? True, they are very similar. But guys, that's not all that changed. Actually, this version I'm in now of Brookhaven from the first version is not exactly the very first version of all, but one of the first. But today I'm also going to test the real first version of all of Brookhaven, which is just very secret. I said in the chat, do you want to join the game with me? He said, sure, so let's go. And guys, I'm right here, and you can see that my friend also arrived. He said in the chat, did this car exist in Brookhaven before? This car in front? No! I put it here just to test and see a little bit how Brookhaven used to be, with a bit of ease. I said in the chat, no, this didn't exist. But guys, I'm coming here to the front because I want to see everything that changed in this version. And this one, amazingly, is not the very first version of all of Brookhaven. And he's trying to come here but can't get in. He said in the chat that I can't get in. And it looks like, unfortunately, he's going to stay outside. But guys, I'm trying to accelerate the car, and I can't either. It's like the car is completely broken. Perfect, I fixed it. And now this car is probably going to work. I'm getting exactly here to the front, and you can see that it really worked. He said in the chat, can I get in now? Look, I think so. Try to get in. Guys, he came exactly to this spot, but he still can't. Unfortunately, I'm the only one going into this. But for those who don't know, this is Brookhaven's hospital, which also has a lot of differences. And my car is driving by itself. Luckily, it stopped. But guys, this is Brookhaven Brookhaven's hospital, and you can see that we have a lot of things different here. First, it's older. Literally everything in it is completely old. You can see that even this part is different from the current version of Brookhaven. He said in the chat that it's so different. True, it's really very different. You can see that in the first version of Brookhaven, it's exactly like this. And in this part on the right, we have the pharmacy, which in the old version wasn't here. Actually, it was very different. We have this other part, which in the current version of Brookhaven is exactly like this. And also up here we have the secrets, which you can see are like this. The current version of Brookhaven is fascinating, but I want to see if this old version also has secrets. I said in the chat, let's check the secrets. And guys, to see this, I'm going to have to climb exactly to this part, but I'm going to need some help. Look, he's here. Thanks. Now climb up here, but I have these admin commands, so I'm going to teleport him up here. Perfect. He's here. And you can see that in this first version of Brookhaven, it really was very similar to the most recent version of all. Very much so. There's this shiny thing here. He said in the chat, wait, there's a new wall here. A new wall? Let me see. Guys, looking at this part, there's a wall here that, in the current version of Brookhaven, apparently isn't there. Actually, it is, but it's much smaller. This one is really bigger. But guys, I'm going outside. Unfortunately, I can't leave here. He said in the chat that we're stuck here forever. Well, actually, no. You just have to exit through here, in the same spot we entered. So guys, I'm coming back here, exactly to this part, and I managed to get out successfully. Now I'm going to have to teleport him outside. I'm coming here to the front because this part also changed. You can notice that there's no tree in the game. You can notice that we have the fire department, but in the current version of Brookhaven, this is a little different. Actually, we have the town hall and the fire department right next to it. In fact, there's a car that was literally removed from Brookhaven. But guys, I'm coming here to the front. Meanwhile, my friend is following me here. But guys, we have this other room that was completely removed. Actually, this one wasn't removed. It was just replaced. This building was exactly here. It's exactly like this inside. But in the current version of Brookhaven, it's located right here in the mall. Just come up here, and we have this spot, meaning it wasn't removed. He said in the chat, wow, I thought it was removed. No, actually, it wasn't. This is still in the game. But guys, I'm coming back here because this for sure caught your attention, because you can see that it's the restaurant that is no longer in Brookhaven. It was completely removed. And coming here to this part, you can see that we have this room, which I'm sure you've never seen before. There's this computer, and we have this secret. Surprisingly, there's a secret here. Just go up here, and boom, I just arrived at the secret spot, and you can even sit here. In fact, my friend made it here. He said in the chat, what is this? Look, I don't know either, but it's kind of weird. Guys, we have this staircase that takes us up, but I want to see what else has changed. He said in the chat, is this really the first version? Actually, no. There's an even older version than this, which was made here simply 6 years ago. So, it's been a long time. But guys, coming here to the front, we also have the horse stable, which also changed a lot. Coming to this part, you can notice that it was a completely different location. We have the horse stable here, and also two buildings that are no longer in Brookhaven, because we have the current horse stable here, and you can see that we have this building, but the other one is gone. It's like it was completely removed, which is really weird, because it was a really cool building that definitely matched Brookhaven. It was exactly like this. Simply very interesting. It seems like there are no hidden secrets here on the map. He said in the chat, why did they remove this? I don't know either. We also have this part here, which was completely removed. And guys, it would be fascinating if this were in Brookhaven, but unfortunately, it's not. The only thing we have are these things here, which are here too, and there are a lot of them. But guys, I'm going to type a secret command, exactly this one, so I can fly wherever I want. And you can see that the hotel was also different. It was exactly like this, totally purple. In the current version of Brookhaven, it's exactly like this. There was this line in the middle, which also changed a lot. But guys, I'm coming here to the front to see what changed in the school. You can see that. First, this part here where you play soccer is really weird because it's just crooked. In Brookhaven, it's exactly like this, while in the first version, it was exactly like this, just really weird. He said in the chat, wait, what is this? But he's coming here to the front, and I'm coming here too to see what he's talking about. But guys, it looks like there's something back here, just a secret. And when we get here, you can see that it's nothing. Inside the mountain, it's exactly like this, while in the current version of Brookhaven, it's like this. It really changed a lot. But guys, I'm coming to the school, and I'm going to go up exactly here. Inside, the theater changed a bit, but I'm coming here to the front to see if anything else changed. Wait, I'm seeing you here in the back. This room was completely removed because in Brookhaven, there's a room here that's basically a secret room. There are secret papers here. Up here, this part also changed, and now it's like this. And also this one here is the gym, which literally has nothing. And guys, look how weird this is. The Brookhaven basketball court doesn't have anything you can play with. He said in the chat, what? Why is there nothing to play with? Well, I don't know either. In the current version of Brookhaven, you can change it to whatever you want, and you can add a lot of interesting things here. While in the first version of Brookhaven, there's no way to do that. Guys, I'm going to fly here again. And the Brookhaven map overall is exactly like this. There's this invisible border around the entire game. But there's something very important I want to test here, which is the real first version of all of Brookhaven. Because for those who don't know, this is the oldest version of all of Brookhaven. But before Brookhaven existed, there was another game that's basically the old version of Brookhaven. Coming here to the profile of the creator of Brookhaven, there There are several games he made here on the right, but we have this one, which was made in 2017. This is the very first version of all of Brookhaven. In this version, for those who don't know, there are a lot of things here in the game that were added later to Brookhaven. He said in the chat, let's find a car. True, so let's do that. The problem is, how are we going to find the cars here? Wait, actually, there's a car back there, right here, that I'm going to grab for myself. And it seems like this is someone's car that they accidentally abandoned, but I'm going to take it for myself without them noticing. Guys, my friend made it here too, but this car is kind of hard to drive, you know? Perfect, he's coming here to the front, and you can see that we have the hospital here. And for those who don't know, this hospital is literally the same as the one in Brookhaven. Look, it's exactly like this, while the one in Brookhaven is exactly like this. Even this part inside is the same, literally. But guys, I'm coming here to the front because I want to see what else has changed. We have the restaurant here, but I'm coming to the front because there's something very important I want to see. Guys, we have the school here, exactly in this part, and you can see that this is simply the same as the school in Brookhaven. Everything here is literally the same, because this is the very first version of all of Brookhaven. He said in the chat, is this the real first version? Yes, exactly. Down here, you can see that everything is very similar to Brookhaven, and here it's totally broken in this part. And we also have the gas station here, and you can see that it's just very similar to the gas station we have in Brookhaven. It's basically the same thing. I'm going to take this car for myself. We also have the police department here, which, surprisingly, is similar to the one in Brookhaven. It's exactly like this, just like the one in Brookhaven. Really, very similar, because it's from the same owner. There are also the movies here, and coming inside, this is one of the few things that isn't in Brookhaven. There are also the tunnels, which surprisingly are similar to Brookhaven, because the tunnels in Brookhaven are exactly like this, while the ones in this game are very similar. And we even have a secret here, where if you come to this part, you can climb up here, and we have this secret spot where you can enter the river. This part here is fascinating. It would be really cool if this river had this in Brookhaven too. Here we have a house and even a burger, which is exactly the same item we have here on the right. But guys, up here, there's something really cool that isn't in the current version of Brookhaven. It was in the old version, but it's not in the current Brookhaven, which is exactly this thing. I need to get here exactly, and then I can go down here like this. Fascinating! I can get here! And we also have this treehouse here, which, amazingly, is also something that was in the old Brookhaven, and then it was added here in the new version of Brookhaven, which is exactly this house on the right. It's literally the same house. Everything here is basically the same. Guys, here in Brookhaven, there are several game passes. You can see that we have so many things to buy, and they range from cheap game passes to very expensive ones. But today, I want to see if there's a way to get game passes for free here in Brookhaven. I'm going to test all possible ways, and for that, I called my friend who is going to help me with this. He's so happy, and he said in the chat, let's go, so let's do this. And there are many ways to get game passes for free. But guys, for the first one, I'm going to need a car. Look, I'm going to take any car, like this one here. It's just a really beautiful car. But guys, I took this car because, for those of you who don't know, we have this star button up here, where you can modify a lot of things here, but you can also click on this fire icon, and the car starts to emit fire. But amazingly, there is a way to get this totally for free. He said in the chat, how? This is literally impossible because it's a game pass. And guys, to get this fire, you need a game pass, but there's a way to get it completely for free. I'm going to grab the props on the right, and I'll test this by grabbing this fire here on the right and putting it on the car, exactly here and also here in the back. And guys, now it really looks like the car is on fire, as if I had the game pass. He said in the chat, I think there's a better way to make this look like a game pass. So show me. I'll let him drive, because guys, I want him to do this and show me what idea he came up with. He said in the chat, look, okay, he's coming up here in front, exactly at this part, and he's going up here, but actually, he's turning right here. He said in the chat, put a ladder down there. Okay, a ladder. Guys, this is kind of weird, but I'm going to do exactly what he asked. Here on the right, I'm going to grab a ladder, and I'm going to place it exactly here. And now what am I supposed to do? Apparently, he's going to go down this thing, from what I understand. Okay, he went down exactly here, and it didn't work out very well. Guys, I'm going to do this myself because I'm sure that if I do it, it'll actually work. Guys, I'm going to place the ladder exactly here, the way he wanted, and now I just need to go down here, and it didn't work out very well. Okay, guys, we put 2 ladders here, and this time it has to work. Look, I'm going down exactly here, and it looks like it didn't work again. After many attempts, I managed. He said in the chat, now put fire on the car. Okay, I'm supposed to put out fire? Guys, this is kind of weird, but I'm going to put fire exactly here, and another one here in the back. Perfect, I put it, and now he took the ladder away. You can see that the car looks exactly like this. He said in the chat that now it really looks like it, and it really does look much better. Guys, I'm looking at the car here, and it really looks so much better. I said in the chat, take the same car. Let's see the difference. Guys, I want to see the difference between this car, which I got for free, and the car he's going to use the game pass to put fire on. He took exactly this one and kept it the same color. Guys, you can see that the difference is small. Both are on fire, and I'm sure that if someone sees my car, they'll think that I really used a game pass to get all of this. He said in the chat, chat, it doesn't look very good. Is there another way to get this fire? Look, amazingly, there is. But this time, it won't be using these items. Actually, I'm even going to remove them from here, because this time, I'm going to click on the avatar on the right, and I'm going to have to use a specific ID here on the right. Exactly this one. Because, guys, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to get this hair that literally emits fire. So, if I get into my car, it'll look like the car is actually on fire. He said in the chat, I can't believe it. But guys, look how cool this is. It really looks like the car is on fire. He said in the chat, use this hair too. I sent the name of the item here. Guys, he just needs to search for that name, and I'm sure it will work. Perfect. He's using this hair. And guys, now there are 2 fires coming out here. In a way, that really looks real. But my friend just showed up, and he said in the chat, wow, this is cool, right? This fire that I put in the car is really cool. But guys, my friend left here. He took this bike and just ran off. I don't understand why he did that, but he just disappeared. But guys, now I'm going to get another car because I want to find another way to get game passes for free here in Brookhaven. I said in the chat, select a car for me. I want him to tell me which car I should get. Okay, he picked exactly this one. Not this one, because this car is just hideous. I said in the chat, no, not this car, because this car is too small. And guys, I want to test the next myth with a fascinating car. So I'm going to take a random car here on the right, exactly this one. And guys, for those of you who don't know if you have the game pass, you can come here to the car, click on the speed up here, and set turbo 3, which is exactly this thing in the front. But I want to test ways to get this totally for free. But my friend said in the chat, you can't, it's impossible. Look, actually, it is possible. First, I'm going to have to remove this turbo. So up here, I'm going to remove the turbo 3, and now the car has nothing. But I'm going to have to grab this engine on the right, exactly this one here, which is free. And I'm going to place it right here in the front because this is going to look like the car's turbo. But actually, it's just the item. I'm also going to take this item and put it on the car. He said in the chat, wait, there are 2 items here. Wait, now I realize there's this spoiler on top and also this other spoiler. So, it's better I remove this item to avoid it looking ugly. But guys, now the car looks like it has a turbo. He said in the chat, but it's too slow. So I know a way to fix this problem. I'm going to have to get to exactly this spot and stop the car right here. And now, guys, I'm going to have to place a ladder in the back. I'm going to have to floor it in reverse to gain some super speed. Look, I'm starting to speed up. And guys, I'm going to remove the ladder now. And you can see that the car is super fast. It basically has infinite speed. It even jumped over this bridge and went over it. Oh my god, guys, I didn't think this would actually work. There's just one problem. The car flipped over, and it looks like my friend had an accident. I said in the chat, get up, are you okay? Because I'm sure he's fine. He said in the chat, no, I'm not okay. Guys, I had an idea. Here on the right, I'm going to grab an ice cream, exactly this one. I said in the chat, want an ice cream? Guys, let's see if he gets up. Yeah, it looks like he got up, and he wants an ice cream. He said in the chat, please, I need this to survive. Look, I think he's lying, but guys, I'm going to give him the ice cream that he grabbed here. But now, I'm going to have to get my car back to normal because it's flipped over. So, I'm going to get in here and press the letter G. Perfect. The car is back. Now all that's left is for my friend to get in here. Perfect. He got in. But guys, I want to test this again to see if it will really work. I'm going to place this ladder exactly in the back. I'm going to floor it. Perfect. Now I'm going to remove the ladder, and you can see that I'm going at infinite speed. Going back here. Oh my god, guys, the car flipped over again. In a crazy way. He said in the chat, I want to see other ways to get game passes. So let's do this. I said in the chat, follow me. Guys, I'm going to have to grab a house, a very specific house in the game. For those who don't know, this house on the right is basically paid. To get this house, you need the game pass, specifically the premium on, but not everyone has this game pass. But if you want to get this house without paying Robux, it's really simple. You just have to grab this house on the right, which is a house under construction. Now, I'm going to come exactly to this spot, and here we have several buttons. I'm going to have to press the last one. And now I've just got this house, totally free. And you can see that both are very similar. In fact, they're almost the same thing. The only difference between these 2 houses is that this one is paid, and this one is free, and this one has no furniture inside. All the rooms are completely empty, while the paid house has lots of furniture, even in the rooms. But I can simply grab this item on the right and start placing furniture. Starting with the dining table, which I'm going to place exactly here. We need a sofa exactly here, and also a TV in front, which I'm actually going to turn on. Guys, this is almost perfect. This house is very similar to the other one, which is totally paid for. In fact, I'm looking at the table. It goes exactly here in the back. But here in the back, we have a sign that I can't remove. So guys, I'm going to make the bedroom. I'm going to need to come here on the right and grab a bed, which I'm going to place exactly here. Actually, I'm not just going to place one bed. I'm going to place 2, just like this. For those of you who don't know, the reason I placed 2 beds is that in the other house, the bed is very large, so I had to modify this to make it look better. But guys, I'm leaving the house now because I want to see another way to get a game pass. He said in the chat, I have an idea, and the pool. Guys, that's true. For those of you who don't know, you just grab any house on the right, like this one here. The house spawns normally, but coming around the back, there's something fascinating you can do. And here we have this huge space, and if I want, I can grab a pool for myself. To do that, I'm going to click on the star up here, and I'm going to activate the pool. But there's a problem. Only people who have this game pass can do this. But there are some houses in Brookhaven that already have pools. You don't need the game pass to get this pool. And that's this house on the right. You can see that this house has a huge pool here, which you can get for free. You don't need to pay anything to get this pool here. I can also activate this button, and my pool starts to glow. My friend said in the chat, is this house too? Guys, but he took this house. This house actually doesn't have a pool. I said in the chat, there's no pool here. It literally doesn't have one. But guys, he came around the back, and he fell into the water. He said in the chat, this is literally a pool. Actually, no, I disagree. I said in the chat, I disagree. No, because it doesn't make sense to call this a pool because it's tiny. This looks more like a lake than a pool. Guys, I don't know if there are more houses here on the right that have pools for free in the game. Apparently, there aren't. Actually, this other house also has water inside. But guys, I don't think this is a pool. Technically, it's not. But there's this other one here too, which maybe we could consider a pool, especially since it's huge. And you can also activate this button, which releases the water here. He said in the chat, I want to get a premium car for free. And amazingly, there's a way to get a premium car here on the right, completely for free. For those of you who don't know, here on the right, we have the Jeep, which is exactly this blue one. It looks exactly like this, and it costs Robux. But there's a way to get it completely for free. And actually, it's really easy. So my friend came inside here. Guys, this car is huge. But for those of you who don't know, here on the right, we have this yellow car, which is basically the same thing. The two of them are really similar. This one is the paid one, and this one is the free one. The only difference is that this one has more space than this one. He said this in the chat, and also this button here. For those of you who don't know, there's this button that opens the top part, which the other Jeep doesn't have. And also here on the right, we have the classic cars. With this white car, that's also a free version of that car, you know? Now this one has the top removed, so it's like that car, but in a smaller version. He said in the chat, wow, is that fast? Look, I'm going to test it. I'm driving here, and you can see that it's really fast. It's definitely fast. But guys, there's another way to get a game pass, and it's a fascinating way. I'm coming here to this game, and this game, for those of you who don't know, is like a version 2 of Brookhaven. Here on the right, we have several cars, including some cars that are paid but completely free, like this one. I can grab it, and my friend came here. He said in the chat, wow, this is really great. True, this game is just amazing. And guys, this game here is just huge. It's like Brookhaven 2, with everything redone. And there's a plane flying overhead, and the plane really moves. He said in the chat, wow, so this is just amazing. The plane is even flying in front of us. But guys, I'm going to grab another car here on the right, one that's basically paid for. We have a lot of interesting cars here, but I'm going to grab exactly this one. Guys, this car is just like the one from Brookhaven. The only difference is that it doesn't fit 2 people. Here on the right, there's also this other car, and when you get inside, it's really awesome. But guys, I'm going to the amusement park to see what it's like here. Guys, it's just huge. There's so much you can do here. Okay, I'm looking around because I want to start this ride. I'm going to have to go exactly to this spot, and my friend is coming back over there because there are some buttons inside to start the ride. So guys, I'm right here, and apparently it started. Guys, look how cool this is. It's something that should be in Brookhaven but isn't. Okay, it looks like it stopped. No, actually, it started again. But guys, I realized that right here, there's a plot of land you can grab, and here on the right, you can see there are a lot of new houses, really a lot of houses that you can grab here in the game, like this one, which is a house that's in Brookhaven, but this time it's been redone, and there's just so much back here. It's really cool. Guys, it looks like Brookhaven has finally been updated, and you can see on the right that a lot of new things have been added. Some locations were completely redone, and today, I want to check out everything that changed in this update. To do that, I called my friend who's going to help me. He said in the chat, let's go. So many things have changed, and it's true. So many things have changed. To check it out, I'll grab a car on the right, and it's going to be this one. Guys, it seems like all the changes are near the starting area. Many shops have been modified, but first, I'm going to set the speed to max, turbo free. I'm heading to the very first shop, which is exactly this one. You can see that this is Brookhaven's bank, and it looks very different. In fact, it's much nicer now. My friend said in the chat, wow, this is amazing. So yeah, it is amazing. Guys, everything here has been completely redone. We now have the new bank system, and everything looks better. But I'm going to take this chance to see how the buildings used to look. This is the old Brookhaven bank, and you can see it's really simple. This is the upstairs area, but in this update, it looks like this. And up here, it's completely different, really, really different. But now I'm going to meet up with my friend to see what he needs. He said in the chat, I want free money. Well, that's not really how it works. Guys, I don't understand what he's talking about, but I'll take this chance to go downstairs and see if anything changed there. Alright, I'm heading down, and you can see that nothing has changed. Down here, it's still the same. Now I'm going upstairs. I'll climb the staircase to check out the upper floor, and you can see that it looks really beautiful. Here we have the new bank, which has been completely redone. It's really better than before, which was exactly like this. Now, guys, to open this part, I'll need to grab a TNT from the right, this one here, and I'll have to use it here. And inside, you can see that nothing has changed, and it's basically the same. He said in the chat, "This is so good. Congratulations to the game creator. So, it's really amazing. There's even a chair right here where you can sit. We also have the secret passage. And looking here, nothing has changed. It's basically the same. It takes us to this secret location. And there's also this other part that hasn't changed either. But guys, I'm heading out because I want to see what else has changed. Okay, I'm going down here and getting my car. And now, guys, the next store that changed is exactly this one. You can see it's a store with lots of shirts and pants that you can buy. In the old Brookhaven, it was exactly like this, really simple and, in a way, kind of ugly. Now, in the new version, it looks nicer. This really feels like a clothing store in real life. I can grab some pants and a shirt too. And you can see that I actually look pretty good. He said in the chat, "Wait, did they make the system better?" So, I think the system for getting shirts has changed. I click on the pants, and it actually gives me nice pants. For those who don't know, in the past, when you went to this clothing store, it would give you completely random shirts and pants. But now, it seems the system has improved a bit, or maybe not that much. But I'm going to make my avatar normal again. And you can tell that this part is for boys, and here is for girls. But we have a new secret room right here that you can enter. Guys, this is fascinating. You can see it here. It's excellent, and even my friend entered here. But guys, there's this thing, where if I click on it, it changes my pants. That's a little weird. Okay, I got these other pants, and now it looks better. And guys, up here, you can see that nothing has changed much. It was just the bottom part that changed. But looking at this other store, they changed the floor, and looking up here, it's basically the same. I'm checking out other stores to see if anything changed. And this one, I believe, did change, because in the old version of Brookhaven, if I went to this part, it was exactly like this. And in the current version, you can see that the bookstore looks exactly like this. Guys, comment if anything changed. But now I want to check out other stores that changed in Brookhaven. We have the cafe, which is the same. Most of the stores haven't changed. But there's one thing that changed a lot, and that's the supermarket. Guys, I'm going to the supermarket to see what else changed in it. Something's changed here too. But first, I want to see the supermarket. You can tell that the supermarket has been completely redone. There are a lot of new things. Now, it's huge, and it really looks like a real supermarket. My friend said in the chat, "Wow, this really looks like a supermarket." And it really does. We have this section here where he can work, and there are lots of foods you can grab. I'll try to grab something, but unfortunately, I can't. We have cookies, lots of apples in this area, and also bananas. Guys, I'm checking to see if there's any new food added to the game, but apparently, there isn't. Everything here is stuff that was already in Brookhaven in the older version, because if you go to the old supermarket, you'll notice it had the same foods, drinks, and more, which this supermarket also has. But guys, there's a secret store right here, and I want to see what it is. He said in the chat, "Come check out this part." Guys, I'm heading there because I want to see what he's talking about, but it looks like there's a new, completely secret area. Guys, he's going ahead, but there's nothing special here. Literally nothing. And he said in the chat, "I thought there was something here." But guys, I'm heading to the back, and we have this new room, which looks like a storage area with game boxes. And another thing that changed is the garage that used to exist. It was completely removed and is no longer in the game. Now, we have this huge supermarket, which has really improved a lot. But I want to see what it's like to get an apartment in the game. I said in the chat, "Let's get an apartment to check it out." Apparently, he already got his. But I want to see what the apartments look like now that there's a supermarket below. Okay, I'm heading upstairs and we'll get an apartment right here. I ended up getting the same one as him, and you can see that nothing has changed. I thought it might glitch or something, but it seems like it didn't. And my friend is just sleeping here. But guys, I'm going back downstairs. I want to see if there's any secret in this new supermarket that was added. I'm looking around, and apparently, these apples are just a picture. They're not real apples. In fact, they're simply an image of an apple. And looking inside here, you can see there's nothing, literally nothing. But we do have this secret picture. There's also this part here. But guys, I have a question. Can I hide inside the fridge? Look, I'm going in here, and apparently not. I can't hide here. Unfortunately, I can't. And can I climb up here? Okay, I think by grabbing this bed on the right, I can simply climb up to his house, or almost climb, because actually, I'm going to fall outside. So, it didn't work out very well. But we have the birthday area, which has some balloons, a cake, and also this object here. But guys, I want to see what else changed in the update because it seems like a lot has changed, especially in this part here. In the old version of Brookhaven, you can see it was exactly like this. In the new version, it has changed a lot. The ice cream shop has been completely modified, or not really. The only thing that changed was this part, which is now white. Actually, there's more that changed. This area used to be like this, but now, in the new Brookhaven version, it looks like this. It changed a little. I think the game creator changed the color here, but forgot to change everything. In other words, he tried to change the color of the ice cream shop, but forgot to modify the rest. So, only this part ended up changing color. It's kind of weird because it looks like he forgot to update this section. He's laughing in the chat and said he really forgot. So, it seems he did. Guys, this is the arcade, which is basically the same because, in the older version, it was exactly like this. He said in the chat, we need to check what else changed because 4 locations were updated, and we've only found 3. That's true. Guys, I need to find more places that have changed. This area, apparently, is the same as always. But I'm looking around around to see if anything else has changed. Here, it seems to be the same as always. Nothing has changed. But guys, coming over here, it looks like this area has completely changed. You can see there's a lot of new stuff. The cars are here, and we also have a new mechanic shop that was added to the game. Oh my gosh, guys, this is so cool. We have this button that actually works. And he said in the chat, no, I'm stuck here. So, it seems like he's stuck, but I opened this part, and now he's back. But guys, he was standing right there and just closed the gate. Oh my gosh, wait, he's fine. He's trying to glitch through the wall. But guys, you can see this area is really different, and there's so much new stuff you can do here, especially in the mechanic shop. We have these things that I don't know what they are. This doesn't open. Guys, I really don't know what this is, but he just took my car and brought it right here. Now, the car is going up here, and the system works really well. We also have this other area where you can bring another car if you want. Now, guys, if I grab this item on the right, I can use it to modify the car and make it perfect. Guys, this update really changed a lot, and it's amazing. He says in the chat, there's more. I want to see what else changed. It looks like he's heading back here, and we have a fascinating cafe, which I can check out. And we also have some cars, which he was even able to change. Apparently, if I sit in this chair, I can switch the car that appears here, and this one even spawned crooked. Guys, that car spawned crooked. I don't know why, but guys, I'm sitting in this chair, and now I can select any car I want, like this one, which you can see is very big. But guys, I'm going to try to grab the biggest car in the game. I want to see if it will work. Okay, I got to this part, and now I have to find the biggest car of all, which apparently isn't available. But for those who don't know, the car I'm talking about is exactly this one on the right. It's just so big, but unfortunately, I can't grab it here, which I thought I might be able to, but I didn't manage to. But guys, we have this chair here, and I'm going to sit to see what happens. Well, it looks like nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. He said in the chat, wait, I know a secret. Okay, what secret does he know? But he grabbed this card and is trying to use it here, but apparently it didn't work. Guys, it didn't work because he grabbed the wrong card. For those of you who don't know, this one doesn't work, but the one on the right does. You just have to grab it, put it right here, and money will start coming out like this. Guys, I can also turn off the light and leave it exactly like this. And actually, this is the only light that stays on when I flip the switch, which is pretty weird. This is probably a bug that the game creator hasn't been able to fix. But guys, I want to see if there's a way to turn this light off. I'm looking around, and apparently, there's no way to do that. But my friend is coming back here, and he pressed this button that turned off all the lights. Actually, there's light right here and also in this area. But guys, this part is really cool. I even closed this, and over here on the right, I'm going to grab a car to test a myth. Look, I grabbed this one, and now guys, I have to go up ahead. I'm going to leave the car right here, and now, guys, the garage gate is closing on my car. I'm totally bugged. You can see that my car looks really weird in this part. It's completely bugged. And he said in the chat, wait, let's put as many cars as we can. That's true. I'm going to grab more cars on the right. This time, I grabbed the Batman car, and my friend grabbed this one. Now, guys, I'm going to put this car right here. Perfect. I'm going to leave it exactly here, and I want to see what happens. Meanwhile, my friend is putting his car exactly in this spot. Now let's grab another car. I think 2 more cars can fit here. This time, I'm going to pick a different car. It's going to be a limousine, exactly this one. I want to see which car he's going to pick. Okay, it looks like he picked exactly the same one, which is also a limousine. But guys, I don't think more cars will fit. Literally, there's no more space. But now it's time to press this Roblox button. Perfect. I pressed it here, and you can see the cars are coming back, and they're completely bugged. This is really weird. The cars are totally bugged. I want to see what happens if I press this button again. Perfect. I pressed it, and now you can see they're all back to normal. Really strange. He said in the chat, let's get the smallest car of all. So, that's true. The smallest car, for those who don't know, is exactly this one, which is very small. And I really want to see what will happen. Okay, I'll leave the car right here. Now, guys, let's see what happens. It looks like my car is normal. Actually, it started getting stuck in the wall, and it's very bugged. Oh my gosh, guys, look at what happened to my car. Both of them actually. They're so bugged. Now, I'm going to press this button to see what will happen. It's back to normal. Now I pressed it again, and maybe it will bug again, or maybe not. Looks like this time, it's normal. And guys, I can't get out of here. Even if I try, I can't get out. It's like I'm stuck. Okay, I pressed the button, and now I'm free. Guys, the only problem with this car is that if I try to fix it, I can't. I'm trying here, but the car just won't stay in this spot. It's literally impossible. I leave it here, and after that, it gets lifted, but it didn't stay in the middle. Actually, it ended up in the corner. But guys, my friend is right here, and he's trying to go in reverse. Okay, maybe this will work, or maybe not. And it looks like he succeeded. But guys, there's this thing in the middle, and I'm going to try to leave my car here. Okay, it's lowering. I need to put it right in this spot, so maybe this will work. Okay, I'm going carefully, and now I'm going to leave it right here. Done! It worked! Now, my car is going up, and you can see it really worked. This time, it didn't fall and stayed right in the middle, while my friend's car got completely bugged. Mine stayed perfectly in the middle, which is fantastic. He said in the chat, wow, very smart. But guys, I want to see what else has changed in the game, because for sure there must be more things that changed that we didn't notice. Perfect! I'm here in my car, and I'm going up ahead to see everything that changed in the game, because one thing that changed changed, and a lot of people didn't notice, is that this door is completely different from what it used to be. You can see that it used to be exactly like this, and nowadays, the door has changed, and it looks like this. So, it's a change that no one noticed in the game. This door also changed. It used to look exactly like this, and now it's like this. But apart from that, there's nothing else that has changed in the game from what I'm seeing. Actually, this part also changed. Now, there's this floor here, which is something that wasn't there in the first version of Brookhaven. In fact, the floor used to look like this. It's really changed a lot. But guys, going here to the market, you can see that we have this area. But if I climb up here, there's literally a tomb, which is really strange. It's kind of weird to know that literally in the market, there's a secret tomb inside, which is something that shouldn't be there. But I'll try to climb up to see if I can. Okay, maybe I can in this part. I'm trying to climb up, and from here, I can see where the tomb is, but I don't think I can get on top. Literally, it doesn't work. For those of you who don't know, Brookhaven just got an update, and they released this new marketplace, this new mechanic shop, and also these two stores have been completely remodeled. But one thing you might not have noticed is that there are many secrets that were added in the update. You've probably never seen them before. I want to test all of them. So, I called my friend, who is going to help me with this. He even said in the chat, let's go. I want to see the secrets. So let's get started. First, I'm going to grab a special car from over here on the right. Just this tow truck, since it really fits with this update that was released. But guys, I'm getting in here, and for those of you who don't know, going to this part right here. Now I can press this button because this gate closes in a very interesting way. But what happens if I go here and put this car in this spot? That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to press this button, which will open the gate. Now I'm going to place this car right here. Now, I'm just going to close the gate. And you can see my friend is stuck here. He doesn't know what to do. You can tell he's really scared about everything that just happened. But guys, here we also have this item, which has a very big secret. But my friend just said in the chat, I need help. So, the car is basically glitched. But guys, you just need to press the button and it will go back to normal. The problem is that you can't press the button. I'm trying, but it won't work. It's impossible. He said in the chat, it's impossible. Actually, no. I'm going to try to make this work. I'm going to press the button now, but this time I did it. You can see that the gate opened. Now finally I can get my car back. After a long time, I got it back. And guys, for those of you who don't know, if I leave my car here, something very secret is going to happen. Because under the map, we have this thing, and it's like a secret item. And if you press this button here in the back, it starts to lift. But this item also starts to rise. It's rising again. It's like the game owner used this to make their job easier. But that's not all. Actually, the game owner used several tricks to make their job easier. For those of you who don't know, coming here to the front, we have this clothing store. But this floor was extended all the way to this part. But the game owner increased it all the way here. And my friend said in the chat, wait, wasn't that on purpose? Actually, no. He extended it to this part completely by accident. He selected this floor and extended it to the side. Like, he didn't divide this floor into several rooms. He said in the chat, and how are you so sure about that? Well, I'm very sure because, basically, if I come to this part and look at this floor, you can see that we have this floor and also this other one. It's like this part has two floors at the same time, which is really weird. And he said in the chat, wow, that's actually kind of weird. But guys, that's not all that changed. Actually, going here to the museum, you can see that a lot has changed. Because now we have a new button underneath that you can press. And pressing it, it changes the room and it becomes completely empty. And for those of you who don't know, it wasn't like this before. He even said in the chat, wow, it actually used to be like this. There were several cars you could take, but everything was completely removed. Because for those of you who don't know, this building moved to a new location. Now it's here in the front. I'm going to have to go back to the mechanic shop. I'm just waiting for my friend to get here. Perfect, he's here. But guys, now this has been moved to this location. Everything that was basically here has now been moved to this part. You can even get to this place and pick the car you want from here, which is actually pretty interesting. He said in the chat, so that location is now useless. In a way, yes, it's a bit useless because no one wants an empty room. Actually, we want rooms to work in or even see secrets here in Brookhaven. Because for those of you who don't know, there are a lot of interesting rooms. There's the museum, which has a lot of things in it and also secrets. And we also have the restaurant, which is fascinating, and you can also work here. And lastly, we have this one here, which literally has nothing. In other words, it's completely useless. He said in the chat, wait, I'm going to fix this. Wait, are you really? Well, I don't think so, but I'm going to stay here watching, and I'm even going to sit here using an animation from the right, exactly this one, because I want to see what he's going to do. Guys, you can see he's inside. I'm really curious to see what he's going to do. But he put a giant fridge, and then he placed an arcade machine. Actually, 2 arcade machines are here for people to play. And guys, that's true. You can do this here on the right. I'm going to grab the props, go down here, and grab the video games. I'm going to start making a room just for people to play. But I have to do it right, because you can see it's crooked. So, I'll remove this one and place the item here again. Done! I've placed these 2 computers. And now guys, this is fascinating, but I noticed there's a secret button here, and pressing it barely changes the screen. We have this game. We have here Minecraft. There are several things you can place here, but I realized that Brookhaven is right here, and you can see that this version of Brookhaven is very similar to the version we have today. It's basically the same thing. He said in the chat, I won, and apparently, he's playing here. But guys, I want to see more secrets that were released in the update, and I'm going out here in the back, exactly this part. I'm going to grab my car. But guys, for those of you who don't know, if I come here, exactly to this mountain, there's a huge secret that you can do here. I'm going to have to climb up here and jump exactly at this part. And now guys, if I come here, we have this secret passage. And if I go inside, basically I can see from here a huge secret. Exactly up ahead, we have the secret gate of Brookhaven, which is basically from the mechanic shop. It's right here, but I want to do a test. He said in the chat, go ahead and activate the gate. Guys, this is going to be fascinating, but it looks like he agreed and is just going there. Look, good luck, because he's basically in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how he's going to get there, but he just grabbed this mini car and is running up ahead. Okay guys, I'm coming here too. And here on the right, I'm going to grab a car, exactly this one. And now I'm coming up front, but I noticed there's a problem here. There's no way to get to this part because it's impossible. I have to find a way to get here, but I'm seeing that it's impossible because I can't pass this part. It's a giant wall. So guys, I'm going to have to find another way to do this. So I'm going to grab my car, and I'm going to have to go back here. Now I'm going to grab this other car. He said in the chat, I'm here. What do I do now? Okay, I said in the chat, wait, because guys, I'm going back up front, and now I'm going to have to figure out a way to get through the wall exactly here. You can see that right here we have the secret gate. So here on the right, I'm going to grab this bed, and I'm going to try to get through the wall. Guys, when I get here, you can notice that I'm almost there, but it's really hard. I still can't get through the wall. But guys, my friend is getting here. What's he going to do? Guys, he grabbed exactly this item, and maybe this will work. And guys, he's here exactly now. And if he grabs this item, I'll be teleported inside. And now I can come here and test the secret gate. And for those of you who don't know, if he comes here and presses exactly this button in front, this gate is going to move, and it's going to come back to this part. And also, it will disappear from here, which is really weird, because I can see that the gate comes right to this part, and I can also grab here and come to it. Here on the right, I'm going to grab a car. Exactly here. I want to see what's going to happen as soon as the gate closes again. Look, he's here exactly now, and nothing happened. This is weird. Literally, the car is normal. Now I'm going to get inside, and the car started glitching. You can see that it's very glitched, literally really glitched, but now it's back to normal. The gate came back here, and the car was taken outside. Guys, this is one of the best bugs I've ever seen in the game. But I noticed there's this secret passage here, and I'm coming here to see what it is. And apparently, there's nothing here. But guys, I want to see how I'm going to get back inside because there's no way to get through the wall. Guys, it's literally impossible. If I try to go through the wall, I can't. I said in the chat, carry me. Guys, this is the only way to get saved here in Roblox because I'm literally stuck. And you can see he got here exactly, and he's trying to carry me. Okay, guys, I'm going to get to this part. Perfect. Now I'm back here. But guys, if I grab my car on the right, which this time is going to be this one, I'm going to have to go to the marketplace. And for those of you who don't know, right here, there's a very bizarre secret exactly in that room. Because in there, for those of you who don't know, if I go inside, we have the warehouse of the market, but there's a huge secret up there, basically a tomb. And for those of you who don't know, there's a way to get inside here. It's not using the bed, because for those of you who don't know, using this bed, you basically can't get in here. It's impossible to enter the tomb using this bed. So, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to have to go to the church, exactly this one. I said in the chat, let's go to the church, because it's going to be very important. I'm going to climb exactly this part through this ladder. Perfect! I got here. I just don't know where my friend is going. Guys, you can see that he's leaving the store now, and he's starting to head towards the church while I'm already here. Guys, he's taking so long, but he finally got here. And now, guys, I'm going to have to come inside. And for those of you who don't know, pressing this button makes the tomb appear here. And if I come to the tomb, I can literally go inside like this. But guys, if I go inside and press this button, for those of you who don't know, I can't go down there. But now, if I grab here, enter the tomb, and press the button at the same time, I'll be able to go down there. But it's a bit difficult. I have to get here and click at the same time. I'm going to try this now. Perfect! I did it! You can see that I'm exactly down here. I said in the chat, try pressing the button to see if I can come back. Guys, he's going to have to press this button to see if I can come back here. And you can see that I managed to come back successfully up here. So, I said in the chat, I'm back. But guys, for those of you who don't know, that's not all the secrets that were added in the update. I'm going to have to go to the bank because the bank had a big change. For those of you who don't know, coming right here, the bank had a huge change. Everything in it here is much prettier than before. But there were also some other things that changed. This wall is different now. The bank used to be exactly like this. The division of the stores was like this. The bank was here, and the clothing store was here. In the current Brookhaven, it's exactly like this. This is the bank, and the clothing store starts right here. In other words, it increased a lot in size. He said in the chat, wow, I didn't notice that. It's a secret thing, and I'm sure people haven't noticed, but the stores have increased a lot in size. So much so that here we have the secret part, where you can change your avatar if you want to. Guys, I'm going to change an avatar. Press this button here to see if a good shirt comes out. Well, I got the shirt. Now I'm going to check the pants. Which pants do you think will come? Some pants are coming that don't match my shirt. They didn't work too well. My friend is testing the pants here in this store. store. Guys, I'm going to click a lot here to see which avatar I'll get. Now, I'm exactly like this. I look kind of weird. He said in the chat, wait, these clothes are for girls. I didn't notice. And he's here in this part, which is for girls. Now, this one is for boys. Guys, he's modifying his avatar. And the shirts and pants in Brookhaven aren't very good. So I'm going to resize my avatar. And another thing that maybe you haven't noticed is that now in the game, there are 2 other stores that were also modified. For those of you who don't know, if I enter the game now, you can see on the right that there are 4 locations that were modified. But actually, there were 6. These 2 were the first ones to be modified. Then we have the market and the mechanic shop. But he said in the chat, and the last 2 locations, they're basically these up front, the hair salon and also the ice cream shop. For those of you who don't know, they had modifications because they're exactly like this now. But before, they were like this. You can see that this part had many modifications. The top part turned white, and also here the color changed. And in the game, it wasn't like this before. This other part used to be exactly like this, and now it looks like this. But inside the stores here, nothing changed, absolutely nothing new. It really is the same as before. He said in the chat, did any other store change that was secretly updated? Maybe. Guys, looking at the stores, the arcade is the same. This part also changed. We have this new floor here in this part. He said in the chat, wait, follow me. Guys, he's coming here up front, apparently to this secret location. He said in the chat, what was here before the update? Before the update, this part was exactly like this. You can see that there was nothing, and the game owner just added this part here, which actually improved a lot. He said in the chat, wait, I know something else that changed. Guys, but he's coming here running. I'm coming here too because I want to see what changed. Guys, it looks like he's coming here to the market. Actually, he's coming here to this part, and what changed here? He said in the chat, look at these doors. I'm looking here, and basically, they're like this. I didn't understand what he meant. He said in the chat that they were different. Guys, but I'm seeing that these doors were exactly like this. So there really was a change, even in the game's doors. You can see that in this part, there wasn't a change. It was only here, which is something I'm sure you didn't notice. And if you want to add me here on Roblox, just click the member button, and I'll add you here on Roblox.